Hey guys, it's Elaine, the Ninja Life Coach, and welcome to my channel today. Today is Motivational Monday, so sit back, grab yourselves a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Hey everybody, I'm back. Today we're going to talk about grace, and we're going to take our text from Ephesians, the 4th chapter, and it reads like this. I've got it pulled up right here on my phone. It says, "But to each of us grace was given according to the measure of Christ's gift." Now, what that means when you look at that, in context, it means that each one of us was given a certain measure, just like you would take your cup or your teaspoon or tablespoon measurement and scoop it out and put it in your sauce. That's the same way that Christ measured his grace out to us. We were all given a measurement of grace. So what that means is we can actually extend that grace to others. That grace never runs out because Christ is constantly spooning it out on us for the things that we do daily. I like to think about grace like this. Back in the day when there was kingdom rule, the kings and the queens that ruled during that time would bestow gifts on some of the folks in the realm if they did a favor for the king or queen, or sometimes if they were just a favorite of the court. What that was called was a grace house, or a grace title, or grace lands. That's what that was called. And it was usually done in exchange for doing a favor for the king, or if they just particularly liked you and you were, entertaining and you performed a service for the court. When you look at that like that, there was an exchange of something that took place there. We don't have that exchange anymore. That grace is just like a never-ending mixing bowl, if you will, that God is continually scooping cup after cup after cup of grace into our lives. And it doesn't matter at that point, that bowl is never going to run dry. Everything that we do is covered by the grace of God. So as we are given that grace, we turn around and we extend that grace to others. And let me tell you folks, sometimes that is very, very difficult to do. I know there have been circumstances in my life where I have really struggled with extending that grace to other people. It's not because they don't necessarily deserve grace. It's because I don't particularly feel like extending it because it makes me feel a certain way to hang on to that grudge. But if I will allow God's grace to move through me and be extended towards others, then I can walk in the freedom in Christ, and I can walk more fully in the grace that has been extended to me. Because Lord knows I did not deserve grace. Some of the things I've done in my life, I'm like, Lord, help my guardian angel, probably face palms himself often and still does. So if we walk closely to God, and we walk in his grace and his mercy and his forgiveness and his kindness, his gentleness, his goodness, then we are more free and we can more fully extend those things to others. I know it's hard, and I know sometimes that there are people who do really heinous things to us. And, I can think of some instances in my life where I just really do not want to extend that. But if we do, the rewards in that are really and truly great if we can do that. One thing I thought about too when I was doing this today, in the book The Shack, there is a little segment in there where the main character is talking to, I forget if he's talking to God or if he's talking to wisdom, but he was talking about forgiveness and how that works and things of that nature. And grace and forgiveness kind of go hand in hand, but I thought this was really interesting. God said, it was either God or wisdom that spoke to Mac, the main character, and said, forgiveness is merely taking your hand from someone else's throat. And I thought that was a very powerful analogy, and it was something that I have kept with me long after reading that book. And when I feel like, I just want to throttle somebody for the things that they've done, I can mentally imagine me just removing my hand from their throat. It gave me a very good visual of that. So all those times when we think we want to just take somebody and choke their liver out of them, we just need to remove that. Remove our hands from their throat. Remove them. And if we do that, it really opens up an entirely new visual of that person. It really and truly does. I'm not saying you have to be best friends with somebody who's repeatedly abused you. All I'm saying is extend some grace and some mercy and some forgiveness. You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you, because you can walk free of that if you will do that. And I am living proof of that. I'm just going to tell you, if you do hold on to those things, it is not only going to hinder your growth in Christ, it's going to hinder you in every aspect of your life, because you are viewing everything you do through a filter of hate. And you don't want to do that. Listen, guys, I hope this has helped you. I hope this gives you something to think about this week. I love you guys. Check out everything down in the description box. The links and everything are down there. God bless you all. If you've hung in here with me to the end, thank you. I love you guys. God bless. Maranatha, folks.